I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our technical demo of the Express Call-In system. My name is Jody Hoover, and I am with Workforce Telemanagement. Right now, I am at the Express Call-In portal. I'm going to go ahead and log on so I can begin this for you. Express Call-In performs several major functions. The first is that it captures the availability status of associates. There's a very high-level overview of that right here. The next thing that Express Call-In does is it captures attendance issues of either running late or completely calling out absent. Both of those are illustrated right here as a high-level overview, and we'll go drill into that deeper shortly. Additionally, Express Call-In will answer the majority of your after-hours calls because the system is now automated. The automation also gives you the ability to have your associates call in daily to report available. We've heard in the trenches that an available call can be anywhere from 2 to 7 minutes long, depending on the person that answers the phone and the associate. Our average call reporting available takes approximately 30 seconds. And it only requires the associate's time, not the associate's and an express personnel's time. We can do this because the phone line is not at your office anymore. It is hosted in a Tier 1 cloud service center. This phone line, not being on your system and not requiring manual interaction with your staff, will eliminate time-consuming chit-chat of calls reporting associates as available, tardy, or absent. Finally, the automation gives you accurate reporting that will eliminate any questions of availability for unemployment. Because everything is on a portal and it is stored, the associate no longer has the option to say, I called in, I talked to somebody, but I'm not sure who. Now, either they called in and it was recorded, or they did not. Right now, I'm going to go over to the Users tab. One thing I want you to take note of, we only collect the last 4 digits of the Social Security number. We do that because we're conscious about everyone's privacy. Therefore, we do not want the entire Social Security number. Let me go over here to the Notifications tab. Now, this is where our system really is great. There are several types of people here that are set to be notified. Let's start with the easiest here in the middle. These are actually staff at your Express branch office. These staff members will receive a notification for any associate reporting tardy or calling out absent completely. These 2 staff members will receive all those notifications. These 2 people up here represent what would be an HR manager. They will receive a notification about any associate assigned to Board and Dairies, no matter which department they're assigned to. This is really neat here. This person is a department supervisor for the finishing department. He will only receive notifications if an associate is assigned to Pure Castings and the Department of Finishing Department. This has been a huge boost in client satisfaction everywhere we rolled it out. And one thing I failed to mention, these notifications, they can come via email and or text. These guys right here, they're set up to receive both an email and a text. Some of these others are only set up to receive an email. Let me jump over here to the Import tab. So when you saw our user list, hopefully you did not get worried that you would have to double enter everything out of Q4. That is not the case at all. When you sign up for Express Call-In, we will help you with the process of exporting your users and importing them into our system. You run a standardized query inside of Q4, which creates a file, and that file is then imported into our system. A couple things about job assignments. One, the reason we exported out of Q4 and into our system is so that we notify the correct people when an associate is running late or calling out. Secondly, our system is able to handle an associate assigned to 2 job assignments. This is really an awesome feature. It sounds pretty simple, but in the database world, it took a little bit of planning. And we have some really smart developers that took care of that. But say you have an associate that is assigned to 1 job in the morning and 1 job in the afternoon, our system can handle that. And when they call in, if they are assigned to 2 jobs, it will actually ask them which one they're calling about to report either tardy or calling out. Jump back over here to the branch activity report, and I'm going to go ahead and call myself in available right now.
Express Call-In System. Is this your name?
Jody Hoover.
Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. If you're calling to confirm you're available for work today, press 1 now. If you're calling to report the system has been updated to show that you're available to work today. The process is completed. Thanks.
Yeah, that call took less than 30 seconds. Let me jump back over here to the branch activity report and update it. You'll notice that I just called in available for work. Now at this time, I'm going to go ahead and call in and report myself late.
Express call-in system. Is this your name?
Jody Hoover.
Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. To confirm you're available for work today, press 1. If you're running late, press 2. If you're calling in to report... In order to report that you're running late, you'll need to let us know what time you'll be arriving at your work assignment. Enter the time, hours first, then minutes, just the same as it would appear on a digital clock. Press 1 for AM, or press 2 for PM.
10 o'clock a.m.
Press 1 if this is correct. Press 2 if it is not correct. The system has logged your late notice, and the office will be notified. The process is completed. Thank you.
That sound you just heard was me getting a text message notifying me that either someone called in tardy or late. Let me look at my email and see what happened. It looks like Jody Hoover is running late, and he has an estimated time of arrival of 10 a.m. He is assigned to the client Pure Castings in the finishing department. If I go back over here to the branch activity report, I also see that right here, all that information. I want to show you some of the really neat features of our system. So I'm going to go ahead and change something real quick so that the phone system does not know it's me when I call in. And that's what I'm changing right now. I'm changing the number that the phone system expects me to call in on. And I'm putting in a bogus number. Alright, I'm going to call in now. Let's see what's different when it does not recognize me.
Hello. This is the Express Automated Call-In System. For English, press 1.
Este es el sistema de llamadas automatizadas Express. Para español, presione el número 2.
Please enter the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. We need to confirm that we have the right person. Is this your name?
Jody Hoover.
Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. I see that you're calling from a phone that is not registered to your account. The system can automatically register the number you're calling from as your caller ID. This would allow the system to automatically identify you and speed up the process, making it easier to process your calls in the future. Would you like to update the number in your record to identify you with this caller ID? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. To confirm you're available for work today, press 1. If you're running late, press 2. If you're calling in to report that you'll be absent, press 3. To hear these choices again, at the sound of the tone, you'll need to leave a message with information related to why you are canceling your work appointment for today. When you are finished, press the pound key to complete the process.
This is Jody Hoover, and this is a test call out.
The system has logged your absentee notice, and the office will be notified. The process is completed. Thank you.
Again, that sound was me being notified via text message of an event happening. Let me go over here to my inbox. You'll notice that again I got an email saying the same thing, except this time it says that Jody Hoover called out, and again it shows my client and my department. And one thing to remember about these notifications it doesn't only have to go to your staff. It can also go to the clients. And more particularly, it can go to the specific supervisor or manager of a department if need be. There were quite a few cool things that happened during that last call that I want to highlight. The first thing is we have a Spanish menu option all the way through the system. Next, when the system didn't know who I was because I called from a phone number it wasn't expecting, it used the last 4 digits of my social security number to verify who I was. Now, I had the option to update my phone number in the system right then and there. I chose not to because I want to show you this. Let me update the screen. You'll notice here it is, I called out. Let me drill down on details on that. So on every call that comes in, when you drill down on the details, you will see the user phone CID. This is the number that they expect to call in on. It's also the number that's in Q4. This number right here is the actual number that I dialed in on. Now let me give you a relative example of what might be going on here. Let's say an associate had to rush to the hospital with a family member. They left their cell phone at home. They called you from a payphone or a courtesy phone at the hospital. So they didn't feel the need to update their phone number because that just didn't make sense. But when they called and left you a message, maybe it was staticky and you couldn't completely understand it. So you need to call that person back. So you call them back by looking at the call log and seeing what number they actually called from. And now you have one more place to call them back at. I also want you to see that you can play the voicemail at any time because it is stored in the system. This is Jody Hoover, and this is a test call out. I just want to highlight a couple of extra features that you didn't hear or see due to time constraints. When I called in the very first time, if it had been the first time I ever used the system, your branch has the option to record a custom greeting for that first time call. That can be whatever you need it to be. It can be, thank you for using the new system, this is how you do it. Whatever you need it to be, that is completely up to you and is completely customizable. Next, we have speed prompts turned on, and this does make the process a little bit faster. When the system does talk to me, it still gives me good information. It's just slightly shorter than if we had the speed prompts turned off. That is the end of my technical demo. Again, I want to thank you for your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.